boys. It's just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Arsenal against Arsenal.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave, which envelops the team. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Stefano Fiore's always been an interesting player, Peter, even if he was overshadowed by the more glamorous players who played in his position.
Still a little bit of a gem in midfield, isn't he?
Yeah, he has all the technical capabilities you'd expect from a playmaker, but I would also like to refer to his adaptability. He can play just about anywhere in midfield without losing that inventive edge.
Proper utility player.
Totally.
It's Saka. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Deep cross. Howson with the clearance. Ball's gone astray. Calafiori. Now, can they get him away? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's in space and looking for options. Across it goes. Nicely aimed pass. Eze going face-to-face with his great rival. Kivior spots it and intercepts. Havertz, can he get on the end of this? Hazard. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Fiore, he's picked his way through. He whips it across. And it's hoisted clear. Saka is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. He's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, facing up, has a shot! Saliba going vertical.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Fiore engages and forces him off the ball. Havertz. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Mbappe! And it's Camavinga. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And he cuts out the supply. Camavinga. Arsenal looking to pass their way through.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
He's got away. Lofted in. And he gets rid in a hurry. Havertz. Oh, that's neat. He has a look up. Chance for a shot! It just took too long getting forward.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Substitution.
The manager could make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
That looks a decent ball. Arsenal making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. Saka is one whose deliveries we all know about. And that's put paid to a promising move. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. The goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. And he's managed to get free. Long time, excellent interception. Vitinha. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Yeah. Calafiori can so cleverly bypass the press. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He slings it in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Now it's Mbappe. Kivio. Timber. It's Saka. And it's Ødegaard. Now this could be a chance. There's the whistle for half-time. Decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Reflections on the first half?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
Substitution.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Hazard.
There's the start of the
Coming on
second
the
half.
field is number
Arsenal
23.
are probably feeling
Olise.
relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Arsenal have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
He's found a way through. Delivers the ball. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. Timber looking to play him in. He has found a way through. Chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Saka has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. And it's been taken short. And here's Saka. He's on it, can he get away? Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Saka receives it in a wide position. In by Saka. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Arsenal needed that. They really needed it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Knocks it into space. Stood up well to him there. It's a lovely, neat pass.
The attendance for this match was
Saliba
62,000.
just about enough to come on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. Picked out brilliantly. And it's Camavinga. And here's Mbappe. He is through here. Fiore! It's off target and by quite a way. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. And it's made its way to him. It's played through for him. Eze.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now who's going to be first to this? Timber. And here's Ødegaard. Ødegaard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Olise. And here's the chance to counter. The pass is intercepted. Out to the right. That's been cut out, well played. Looking for options for movement. Ødegaard. Now it's Saka. Oh, sweet feet. Timber has it out wide and in space. Arsenal still have the cards to affect this game. Great ball if he can get there. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Arsenal, here we are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Vitinha gets across to intercept that.
Substitutions taking place.
Tries to play it through, and he was quick to react. The ball has bounced loose now.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And Dijk is there, and he can get that clear. Well, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Pass is just off target. Well, there's a probing ball. Aimed beyond the defence. And it's Timber.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He's shifting through the gears here. A heavy challenge. Great vision. Oh, no joy this time. Camavinga. And reclaimed it in a trice. Van Dijk. Now it's Mbappe. Calafiori. Looking for the run. Neymar.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Arsenal have it back and can go again.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Inside the box. Now it's Kane.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's been intercepted. Threads one in. And he's quick to get it clear again. And there goes the final whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the outcome inevitable. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway. Lionel Messi, one of the greatest, perhaps the greatest ever, European Player of the Year so many times. The first of those way back as a 22-year-old Jim in 2001.
Yeah, and it came after such a great season. Treble winners with his side, of course, capped off with a very memorable European win in Rome.
I remember him picking up his boot after losing it when scoring that goal. Everybody recalls that one.
Yeah, and for me, that game marked a whole new period of true excellence for Messi at both team and individual level.
Sure did. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Saka. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Timber's cross. It's a good ball out wide. Now it's Messi. That's not good. And he's managed to get free. And he's gone backward here. It's Snyder! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Snyder actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Serginho. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Messi. And the through ball. This is Owen. He has found a way through. Decent chance! He scored! First blood drawn. The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Madrid have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
White does really well to win the ball there. White, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Serginho, he's found a way through. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. And we have our very first corner. Keeper has taken decisive action. Costa Curta, he's going for goal. He's got to be quick to recover this. It's gone for a throw-in. It's not an especially good pass, that.
Arsenal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Nice bit of trickery. He's shifting through the gears here. Crosses it in here. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Messi receives it in a wide position. Now it's Saka. Timber gets into some space. Oh, that's fabulous. Flashes it across. And it's claimed by the keeper. Could move up a gear here. Neatly clipped into space. Timber tries to pass it through. Saka. Very nicely done. Saka going face-to-face with his... Serginho. Owen.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And it's Hullet. That's a dangerous ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Pops him off it and wins back the ball. And this is Owen. Now it's Messi. Played out towards the right wing. Messi gets into a good position. And here comes the corner. Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, super! Can he finish? He scored! 2 up now, and they are cruising. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
2 minutos de descuento.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Martinelli, he's picked his way through. Schneider. And it's half-time here. We're back on the first 45 minutes.
Arsenal really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team. So I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Se ha encontrado un niño de pelo castaño de unos 5 años que viste camiseta azul y gorra roja y dice haberse perdido. Se ruega a su padre que acude a recogerlo a la puerta 26. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And that's definitely not his best. That's really well manoeuvred. Over to the left. Messi. And the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are pulling clear here. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
It's just a fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Messi!
The case now of complete control. Timber made a search from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessful. He's gone away. Saliba proves too strong, too smart. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Looking for the run. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Can he get it through? Now it's Platini. It's a pretty loose pass.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
He is through here. Cross into the box. Ah, chance! And somehow he kept it out.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Saka plays it short. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Owen. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Arsenal are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Looking for options for movement. Tries to play it through. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And the counter is on. And this is Messi. Calafiori. Schneider has given away a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Messi is onto it in a flash. White making good progress on the right-hand side. And it's aimed into the middle. And that should get the job done. Platini will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Shapes to shoot! Great football, shot and save.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required in the counter-attack.
Now it's Platini. Could it go? Real chance! And how did he not make it four? Madrid get their fourth corner. Schneider goes short. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Cannavaro makes the interception. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, it's come loose. And it's made its way to him. Oh, shooting chance! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper. Looking to play him in. Oh, perfectly measured that. It's the keeper's ball. Serginho. Platini. And here's Hullet. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. He won't be happy with that one. Cannavaro calmly anticipates.
Arsenal really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Now it's Platini. Rijkaard, and here's Owen. He's looking wide. And the finish!
Cambio de jugadores.
And it's played in. And he's there to clear it. Merino, not the most accurate pass. And it's Serginho. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Pull it. Now, can they get him away? Nicely weighted ball. Platini. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Habrá 3
Here's
minutos de descuento.
Rijkaard.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Merino. Saka. Great vision. Oh, that's a fine interception. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Arsenal suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that were... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And as you can see, we've already started here. Watching, there's very little room for debate when it comes to Andrea Pirlo's legacy in the game of football. He made that deep-lying creative position his own.
Although I believe it was something that happened almost by accident.
It's really happy accident.
Yeah, it seems he started out as a number 10, but he didn't have the necessary pace or the physicality, so he just dropped deeper. Now his game is all about stepping up at the right time, taking the most perfectly measured through balls, and he's nailed it.
Neymar gets a foot in here. Maldini proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, easy pickings there. Yeah. Knocks it into space. And steps in, and that's the end of that. Lam.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Pelé. No joy this time. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And this is Inzaghi. Aims beyond the defence. Nicely worked. Calm claims comfort. Pull it. Arsenal, without doubt, seeing more of the ball, and looking to turn it now into something meaningful. That's a cute ball. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Pull it, running with the ball. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. It's a pretty loose pass. Yeah, conjures time and space where few can. The defender defender is not giving up on this. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Caceres gets rid without sophistication.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Puskás just eases him off the ball. And here's Neymar. Nicely weighted ball. Ambitious ball here. And he's intervened well there. Maldini. Bullet. It's Saka. Facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. A lofted chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's being shifted off it. Cutback, chance for a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Bullet gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. Lahm. Oh, he's found support out wide. He is through here. And Bullet! Well, now he's been caught on it here.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
And here's Hullet. Neymar. He's got away. Neymar plays it in. And the volley. No, not quite.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
And he was quick to react. Xavi Alonso. Probing pass. Glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Caceres kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Well, yet another interception, and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Xavi Alonso. Bullet. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So there was the first half.
Arsenal really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0.
Invitiamo tutti i tifosi a usare gli appositi cestini per la raccolta differenziata situati vicino all'ingresso. Grazie. Sostituzione per l'Italia. Numero 7, Pirlo. Numero 22, numero 20.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Vieira, il numero 70, il numero 17.
Maldini gets it away. Oh, it's Son Heung-min. Oh, that's well spotted. with the clearance. And it's Lam. Threads one in. Saliba gets over and intercepts. Vieira. Saka. And that has left him in a heap. Xavi Alonso. That looks a decent ball. And a chance! Now it's Son Heung-min. That's an imaginative pass. That is good alertness. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Somewhat off target. And this is Son Heung-min. Great defending, strong and determined. Arsenal needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Lam is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Maldini. Maldini goes on a run down the left wing. Played into space out wide. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Filippo Inzaghi under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Deftly away. Son Heung-min played right into his path. Decent chance! He scores! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
He's on it, can he get away? Saka is someone with real dynamite in his boots. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Now it's Son Heung-min. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Looking to play him in. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. And that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That's rather hopeful. Bullet. He's had it taken off him.
Arsenal seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
That looks a good ball through. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he is going into that little black book.
Oh, that was coming, Peter. You know, he was on a final warning after all.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Arsenal can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Now there's a fine ball. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. And it's Ødegaard. Ribery providing an outlet on that flank.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Well, there's the clearance. Ødegaard. Yeah. And this is Del Piero. Del Piero! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Oh, this is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
Phillips with the short one. And he's had it nicked away.
Arsenal really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
That's surely a foul. Free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Sostituzione per l'Italia. Numero 5.
So here comes the
Fabio
substitution.
Cannavaro. Viene sostituito con il numero 13. Ferdinand.
Ødegaard. And it's Del Piero. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Rodri getting this one clear. Saliba is very much
Ci
of
saranno 3
the
minuti di
nonchalant
recupero.
school of defending. Ødegaard. Back in possession and ready to go again. Oh no, what has happened here? He's shifting through the gears. He's having a shot! And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable sometimes.